Josephine, you have been practicing solution focus as a practitioner for almost 10 years. Why is solution focus so powerful?
Yeah, I started solution focus in 2013. And that was the time where it was still relatively new, but I was an educator then. So I think it was the institution's hope to get us into SF so that we can bring SF into the classroom. Having said that, fast forward, I've also gone to SF coaching, which is another level up.
Yep.
Why is SF powerful? SF to me is very, very simple, and yet it appeals or can be used for a very wide range of audience, meaning age 6, 96, 66, 36, yeah, any kind of age group and all walks of life. And I found that very empowering, because at the end of the day, it is nothing about using tools, techniques, survey forms and all that. It's a very natural process. And that is why it got me hooked.
Okay. I also heard about there are different coaching styles out there, NLP, ontology. So how would you compare solution focus with all this?
Yeah, I mean, there are many, many offerings out there. I mean, in fact, all these things have been around for a long time. It's just that people put a name to it, and now people are more aware. But having said that, actually, SF uses a little bit of everything that's available out there. I mean, you talk about visualization, SF has it. You talk about using positive talk, SF has it. You talk about things like talking about the future, competencies and all that, SF has it. It's just that, why SF is because it's just so simple. Again, I keep using the word simple, and it's extremely versatile. It doesn't mean that if I'm a student or a C-suite leader, SF cannot be used. It can. It's just a matter of modifying. So maybe I give you an example. In SF, we talk about the miracle question, which is a key highlight of it. Maybe to a young one, we may use things like, if I wave a magic wand. And maybe to an executive just starting off work, we might say, what if, we could grant you a wish? What would that wish be, right? And then if you go up again to the next level of C-suite leaders, we probably won't use this kind of terminology to talk about the preferred future, but we'll ask them, what is that leader that you aspire to be? So they're all the same thing, but you're able to kind of package it so that it suits your client and it makes your client feels comfortable. And at the end of the day, what I really like about SF is it's just about a conversation. It's nothing technical, but the coach or the practitioner has to work very hard here. But to the client or to the coachee, it's just a conversation, over a cup of tea and cheers.
Yes. So it sounds like if you learn SF, just one approach you can actually apply to everywhere, like with your family, your work, with even your spouse. So it's like it can apply to all sorts of different situations, right?
Aichin, you're so right. In fact, I got hooked onto SF personally. When I was trained in SF, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just part of my job as a teacher then. But I realized that it changed me. And the change comes from inside out. Then I realized, hey, if someone like me can change with SF, I'm sure a lot of other people can. And change, not only just change for the better.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally agree with you. I actually learned my coaching training from a different provider. But then when I exposed to solution focus coaching, I kind of fell in love, because the questions, the techniques are very powerful. And I just have to use that a few techniques that I learned, right? I can really coach people from all walks of life. It's very, very powerful.
And all you need is really your mouth. You don't really need to bring tools or any kind of techniques, and just a blank piece of paper and a pen. You really can work wonders. That's the beauty of it.
Okay. Very good.
You're welcome.